Howie Roseman has the phone in his hand, my friend. And on the other end of the line, a team desperately searching for a solution at the most important position in football, a historic franchise, a multiple Super Bowl champion that has struggled for years to find stability at quarterback. And Howie, he has exactly what they need. A young, talented quarterback who impressed the entire league, but who has no room in Philadelphia as long as one of the best players in the world is healthy. The question is, what's the price? I'm going to explain everything about this explosive proposal, what's at stake for both teams, and why this trade could be the smartest move Howie Roseman makes this offseason. But first, if you follow the Eagles closely and want to stay on top of every move in this wild offseason, smash that like button and subscribe right now, because this story has everything to develop quickly over the coming weeks. With the 2026 offseason in full swing, the Philadelphia Eagles find themselves in a rebuilding moment after a disappointing season. The team that went to the Super Bowl in 2024 fell early in the 2025 playoffs, knocked out by the San Francisco 49ers before anyone expected. And now Howie Roseman is in the mode he knows best, turning assets into opportunities and preparing the team for another run at the title. And this is exactly what's happening right now. The Eagles have depth at a position that many NFL teams would pay a fortune to have. A backup who impressed in the preseason, had solid performances and spot starts at the end of the season, and has fans all around the league. A 25-year-old standing 6'6" tall, who has never had a real opportunity to show what he can do as a starter. But in Philadelphia, with Jalen Hurts running the show, he's never going to get that chance. Meanwhile, on the other side of the state of Pennsylvania, a historic franchise is facing one of the biggest quarterback crises in their recent history. This team hasn't had consistency at the position since their legend retired. Over the past few years, they've tried everything. Veterans, rookies, free agents, nothing has worked long-term. And now, with a new head coach coming in and full pressure to win immediately, they're looking at every available option on the market. Chris Sims from The Dan Patrick Show was straight to the point. This team has the most intriguing quarterback situation of the entire offseason. And he's not wrong. Because the question isn't just who's going to be the quarterback in 2026. The question is, who's going to be the quarterback of the future? Who's going to be the guy that carries this franchise for the next 5-10 years? And the answer to that simply doesn't exist on their current roster. Think about this for a second. This team hired a new head coach coming from one of the best quarterback development stories in NFL history. A coach who spent 13 years with one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time and built a legacy of success at the position. He was hired precisely because the franchise believes he can find and develop the next great quarterback. And now he's looking at the market, searching for options. Aaron Rodgers might come back, but he's 42 years old. Will Howard is promising but still a 6th-round pick with 0 NFL snaps. Mason Rudolph is a reliable backup, but he is not the future. This is where Tanner McKee enters the story. And this is where Bill Barnwell from ESPN presented a proposal that is dominating NFL conversations. Barnwell, in his latest off-season trade proposals article, suggested that the Pittsburgh Steelers should call the Philadelphia Eagles and offer a 2026 third-round pick, plus a conditional 2027 third-round pick in exchange for Tanner McKee. Now let's talk about who McKee is and why the Steelers should be extremely interested. Tanner McKee is 25 years old, stands 6'6" tall, and will turn 26 next season. Barnwell described his performance like this. McKee was excellent in the 2025 preseason, going 20 of 25 for 252 yards and 2 scores. In his spot starts in Week 18 over the past 2 seasons, playing with the Eagles' backups, he posted a total QBR of 45.3, putting McKee just ahead of Aaron Rodgers' 44.5 total QBR during the same period. That's not a coincidence, my friend. This guy has real talent. The most important point Barnwell raised? McKee has a real developmental arc, in the sense that he has never seen extended game action. He has never been tested as a starter for a full season. And for a team like the Steelers, who desperately need to find their quarterback of the future, betting on someone young with proven but still untapped potential makes all the sense in the world. Barnwell was even more specific in his analysis. The 6'6" McKee might impress if given more of an opportunity to start, although he's entering the final year of his rookie deal. The Steelers might consider bringing back Rodgers, trading for McKee, and then signing the inexperienced 25-year-old to a short-term extension. For a team that is never in position to draft a quarterback in the top 10, taking a shot on someone like McKee is an alternative the Steelers need to consider. Now, from the Eagles' perspective, the situation is clear. McKee has just 1 year remaining on his rookie deal. He'll become a free agent after the 2026 season. Either the Eagles trade him now and receive value in return, or they lose him for nothing next year. Howie Roseman is the last GM in the NFL who's going to let an asset walk away without getting something back. This guy has turned backups into picks, picks into stars, and stars into championships. He's not letting McKee walk for free. Barnwell's proposal offers 2 third-round picks for McKee's services. But here's the detail that makes this story even more interesting. Barnwell acknowledges that Howie Roseman will probably want more than that. According to the analysis, Roseman might ask for one of the Steelers' edge rushers like Nick Herbig, but in that case he would probably have to include a day 2 pick alongside McKee to balance the deal. This creates 2 possible scenarios. Scenario 1. The Steelers offer the 2 third-round picks and close the deal quickly, giving Howie additional picks to continue building the roster. Scenario 2. Howie pushes the situation and asks for Herbig plus a pick, which would be a significantly better return in terms of immediate on-field impact. Which scenario do you prefer? And there's the Steelers' context that makes this even more urgent. Pittsburgh has an extra third-round pick as a result of the George Pickens trade. That extra pick, according to Barnwell, makes it easier for the Steelers to stomach this trade. They have the ammunition needed to make this deal happen right now. And with new coach McCarthy wanting stability at the position as quickly as possible, the timing couldn't be better. Think about what McKee could mean for Pittsburgh in the right context. With Rodgers possibly returning for 1 more year as a mentor, McKee could learn alongside one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, exactly like Jordan Love learned alongside Rodgers in Green Bay. And we all know how that story ended. Love became one of the best young quarterbacks in the league. Could McKee do the same thing in Pittsburgh? From Howie Roseman's perspective, this trade also makes sense within the broader context of the Eagles' offseason. After the early playoff exit in 2025, the team needs to reinvent itself. That means maximizing every available asset to bring back pieces that help the team return to its 2024 level. 2 third-round picks represent real ammunition for Howie to continue building the roster around Jalen Hurts. And if he can also pull Herbig out of the deal, that would mean solving 2 needs at once, replacing the departure of Jalen Phillips on the defensive line while still gaining draft capital. Of course, this is still just a proposal. The news doesn't indicate active negotiations between the 2 teams, but the fit is too perfect to ignore. The Eagles have an asset that walks away for free in 1 year. The Steelers have an urgent need and the picks to make the deal happen. Howie Roseman has a track record of making exactly this kind of move. And Mike McCarthy has a track record of developing elite quarterbacks. So, what do you think? Are 2 third-round picks enough for Tanner McKee, or will Howie force the Steelers to include Herbig in the deal? And do you believe McKee can become the quarterback of the future in Pittsburgh alongside McCarthy? Drop your opinion in the comments. And don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to stay on top of all the Eagles moves in this historic offseason. See you in the next video.